be, because when you start following your passion, I think success follows. That's what I believe. So yeah, it's that's all. Well, coming to my hobbies, I love to read books. Fictional novels,
Oh,
they are my absolute go-to. Like every single day, for like at least 15 to 20 minutes, I do read novels because that's, you could call it my guilty pleasure or like whatever you want to call it, but that's what it is.
so what can you please name a few books? Because recently I have started reading and I'm trying to find out good books for reading so that I can create some interest. Because earlier I did not read book and I have no idea about reading books. And just name a few books which like sounds interesting so that I could read them.
Okay, so I want to know your genre though. Like, what kind of category are you into? Are you into romance novels or are you into thrillers like murder mysteries? What kind of novels are you into?
I have read a few novels from Chetan Bhagat, so it's like a romantic books. I used to read them like when I was not married, but when you get married, you don't feel like that things, and you quit that thing and you move to the practical things. So now I'm reading self-help books, which can help me to improve in like some level. So, but you said you fiction book. You can name some few fiction book. I want to try it.
Yeah, I actually understand how you feel. Because when you're a teenager, I think reading all these romance novels and everything, it connects with you on some level. But when you enter your 20s, you're like, okay, like that's dumb. Like, why would she make such
Exactly.
decisions and it's stuff like that? You start thinking practically. So that's why I stopped reading romance novels. But there's one I'm reading and it's really good. It's called You Have Reached Sam.
Okay, you have
Okay, so
reached.
I'll tell you about the plot. So what
Hmm.
happens is like there's a girl and a boy. They are in a relationship, and what happens is that boy dies in a car accident. So the girl is really depressed and everything, and she calls the boy, like to hear his voice message for the one last time, to hear his voice. So to hear the recorded message by the boy, and so she calls him, and they temporarily get connected again on the call.
Oh,
It's fiction, right? So like
okay, okay, okay.
due to something they get connected again, and so like he kind of helps her like move out of the depressing phase and like to say one last goodbye, because she did not properly get to say goodbye ever, right? Because he suddenly passed away. So that's what it is about. And I'm reading it because it's
Nice.
really sad. So people said like it made them cry and everything. So that's why I'm reading. Until now I don't feel anything. And every single, like after reading every single paragraph, I'm like, I wish I was reading this when I was a teenager. I would have felt so many things. But yeah,
Okay,
it's still
nice.
good actually.
Okay, I would try to read this book. And you know what? When we talk about relationship and depression, I only one name comes to my mind. That is Shehnaz or Siddharth. They are like I used to love them a lot, and I have watched the whole Big Boss episode, the whole episode. And even after that, sometimes when I'm lying on my bed, I'm scrolling through reels and all. When her I make sure that I should watch it till the end. I don't know why I feel very emotional or very. I feel connected. I don't know why. So because maybe the nature of Siddharth Shukla, the same is like my husband has the same aggressive and little bit of rude nature. And that is the only one thing that I like him a lot because I have a jolly nature, bubbly nature. So I think two people from like absolutely different emotions or behavior, they actually connects together in life. What is your opinion on that? Are you a teenager or like you are?
No, I'm not a teenager, I'm in my 20s.
Oh, you
I've
are in.
graduated
You're too
college.
young. Still, you're too young.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Like, I actually meant to ask you, were you married when you were 15?
No, I got married when I was 27.
There's no way. There's absolutely
Seriously,
no way. No, because
27.
you look like you're 21 or 22 at best.
Oh my God,
Honestly,
it's a big compliment for me. I have never heard
no,
this. Right.
okay. That's crazy. How have you never heard this before? Because when I was watching your videos, that's what I thought. Like, you're probably just graduated college. And then in one of your videos, you were talking about how you're married and you have kids as well, right?
I have two children. Yeah.
There is no way. So were you the person who did the Santur Mama ad or something?
Oh my God, I'm a Santur mom. Wow, nice. No, no, it's not like that. I feel that maybe I'm like short height and I have a jolly nature. The way I speak, reflects that I'm too young, but it's actually I'm not. I'm in my mid of 30s. So, but yes, this year my resolution was to improve my personality, because after getting two children, your body becomes different. It's not the same as you have in your 20s, or maybe when you're a teenager. It's very difficult to get back that body, but still I'm trying to achieve at certain level where I can say myself fit. So maybe that's the thing you feel like, but no, I'm 30. I'm a woman. I'm a woman now. Yeah.
Honestly, no, honestly, I'm
Okay.
surprised that you've never been told this thing before, that you look really young for your age.
Nobody has tell me this thing, but yeah, people tell me that, ma'am, you look cute. This is the most this is the comment which I often get from my viewers, my subscribers.
Yeah, so but you get it, right? Like cute is usually given to like girls rather than women. Like if you think of cute, it's like usually for girls.
Yeah,
So
it
I
is
think,
usually for girls.
yeah,
True. Wow, you made my day by saying it. I'm feeling so happy. And you know what? I'm on diet from last 5 days. I just want to lose at least 5 to 6 kg so that I can look good, because this is something I really like. Honestly, yeah, like when I was teenage, since then it's my passion to be fit. I know that I'm a kind of foodie, but still I would always try my best to be fit or slim. Yeah.
hmm, I get it actually. It's like when you don't have the body that you want, but from the inside, you know, like you're still that teenage slim girl that you used to be like inside by heart, but you don't have
Exactly.
that body, so you can feel kind of depressing. I completely get it because I make a resolution like I'm not going to have any junk food for the next 1 month or so. And then I eat
Okay.
noodles or something, and then I'm like, okay, this was the last one, and after this, I'll start. So it's an
Okay.
endless loop.
But I think you are quite young to understand this. Once you will be in your 30 or 40, you will be able to understand that what I'm going through, what I'm feeling inside. And there are a lot of things going inside, because you have so much of responsibilities after becoming a woman or a mother or a wife. And at that time, you don't find time for yourself. You have to struggle a lot for getting that half an hour or 1 hour. That's the most complicated thing in life, I feel like. When I remember my young days or like the teenage days, they were so amazing. I was like free bird. No
Hmm.
one was there to tell me anything. I used to do what I wanted to do. So, but yeah, it's a phase of life. Still, I am happy.
Yeah, well, that's what matters. Like, you should be happy. And I think it's time that, like, women start prioritizing themselves, even though I understand they are wives, they are mothers, and like, there are a lot of roles that a woman plays in her life, but still, it's really crucial that you give yourself some time. Because what happens is when you don't do that and you just immerse yourself in other roles, you kind of start losing yourself. And then
Exactly.
one
That's
day you're like, what have I been doing? Like, I feel like, because my mother sometimes tells me, like, she doesn't even remember looking in the mirror. Like, there's a difference between just looking in the mirror because you love the way you're looking. And the
yes.
other one is like, you just have to get ready. For the sake of that, you're looking in the mirror. So that's
Yes.
why.
That's true, and I have seen that now. I think the era has come where women are actually prioritizing themselves, because earlier it was not the case. We have seen our mothers growing, like they used to like completely indulge in the household activities. They didn't even think about going ahead. They didn't even plan to go out for vacations and all. But today is like the women, since they are independent, the mindset has actually changed, and that's a really good thing, which I feel good for the future as well, because once they have that kind of mindset, they can give the same mindset or the facilities to their upcoming children's, or like for example, if I'm thinking about my daughter-in-law, I can think that I will 100% give her full liberty. I will not restrict her in any ways. If you see, we can done household chores and different things by hiring a maid. This is the great facility in India which have been providing, because in foreign countries you don't get that help. You have to manage everything by yourself. Like either it's mopping, cleaning, cooking, everything. But in India you have this great advantage. So why not to hire those people and get their help and put your energy into something else which is which gives you happiness. As you said that you want to follow your passion, and that's how you started YouTube, because you know that it is something that can give you happiness, and that is very important. Until you are happy, you cannot make anyone happy in the whole earth. So that is very important, and women must have to prioritize themselves. Even I feel sometimes before kids, because kids, when they will grown up, they don't care that much like they're caring now, because they are very young, they're dependent on you. Once they become independent, they have different mindset, and you cannot change it. So we should
Right.
understand that thing also. We should not be, die hearted, like doing everything for others. We should also think about us.
Yes, I think social media has been playing a great role in this because when women like started using phone with internet connection and everything, and they saw how things were happening in the Western culture, like how women are more independent, and I think that's what made women more aware of their own rights. Women didn't even know they have rights. So that's
Yes,
crazy.
true.
Yeah, so that's why women thought like I want to work, like I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to follow my passion, and that's an amazing thing. So yeah,
Mm.
although social media has its pros and cons, but I think this is definitely a very big pro.
Yeah, that is a very big pro, but there are many cons, because women are also taking disadvantages of their rights. As I have seen the
Mm.
recent case, the Muskan case, you might have heard about it. It's everywhere in social media, that the girl, she murdered his husband and put it
Mm.
in a box and all. So yeah, like how women can think like that. I feel very strange. I have never heard these cases like 20 or 25 years ago when I was child. Never. But just because of the social media, we are coming across these kinds of cases. Sometimes I feel, even honestly speaking, I have two boys only. I don't have any girl. So now I started feeling worry about them. Like, what kind of girl will come to my house, and like if something wrong happened, because girls have so many advantages. They can put any kind of case, legal action, like against you. They don't even need to prove that okay, this has actually done. You just need to say and write a complaint, and it's duty of the police officer to take action on your FIR. But in case of male, it's not like the same. So rights are there, and I feel that it's more in the women favor, not in men's these days. So they are also suffering. What are your opinion about that?
Right. Actually, I completely agree with you. Like, Indian judiciary system office does support women more than men, but I think it depends. Like from country to country, you can see like read somewhere for South Korea, they support men more than women. So I think it's like different for every place, and I'm pretty sure like whatever rules they made it like keeping in mind to like for women's safety and rights and everything, but it's quite unfortunate how like some women are using it against men just for like because they are getting this benefit. And now what happens is it puts other women in a bad spotlight, because then men think this is what women do, this is what all of the women do, and that's not the case. It's like a few percentage, and then it comes
That's
out in the
true.
news, and that's what happens. Actually, it causes chaos between men and women.
But from last few months, I have seen the all reports which are against women, because the first case was, I don't remember his name, who suicide suicide case. He wrote a big video on her wife. What's the name? I forgot.
Right,
It's the
right.
common.
That
Yeah,
IT company guy, I
IT
remember.
company guy. Yeah, and again there was another guy who's also from Delhi or somewhere, I think. So like there are many cases coming continuously, which is like against women, like women are playing victim card and all. And one thing also, there earlier there's a huge issue about dowry, like it's a in India it's a big thing, but now I feel that alimony is the big thing. Everywhere we're discussing like how women are seeking divorce. Maybe I don't know the reason, but they are seeking a huge amount as a name of alimony, which earlier like in the name of dowry. So it's like completely opposite, and now it's become a big issue for the men's also. I feel it's very difficult for a men to survive in this country now. And I don't say that women are very privileged, because it depends on area to area. If you will go to the rural areas, you can see the women condition is not that good. They're very pathetic. They didn't even know their human rights. They cannot raise their voice against any crime, because they don't know like उनको ऐसा कुछ right मिला भी हुआ है. They don't know. So that's the problem. So it depends place to place. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And also, I think for villages, the case is like even if the women are aware of the right, even if they are aware, The thing is, like, they cannot just publicly leave their husband, and like, because it makes an
Yes.
entire issue. And even not, I'm talking about village, like it's the case of entire India actually. Even in the cities,
Yeah.
women are
Right.
afraid of, like, divorces are not common here. Like, they, it is something that women try to avoid as much as possible, because eventually it's the women that get affected due to divorces. Because if somebody asks, oh, she's a divorcee, like, they look at her
That's true.
with a, like, in a different way.
Yeah, that is also true. That is also true. But what I feel is that it's not that difficult nowadays because all women, like especially who are seeking divorce, they're independent, and the women who are asking so much alimony, they are 100% independent, and then they are asking that alimony just to give their life nice feel because they want to live the life as the same they were living with their spouse. So that's the main thing. I think we have discussed a lot about women. I would like to know one more thing from you. Your English is superb, like it's fantastic. How? What you have done?
Like I told you, I read novels a lot. So when, even like, because my mother is, trying to get the command over the English language, I also tell her the same thing. Like, just read fictional novels. If you're into storybooks, great. Read fictional
Mhm.
novels. If you're into movies, great. Watch Hollywood movies with the English subtitles on. If you're into music, great. Listen to English music. So that's the only thing I did. I never have gone through the, like, the ugly phase of reading grammar and again and again and again, because people take English like a subject, like something they have to study. And it's not the case. English is
Mhm.
just a language like your mother tongue. If you speak Hindi, like, how
Mhm.
did you start? Like, when you were a child, you were listening to people interact with each other, people were interacting with you, and then you started speaking small broken sentences. And then you upgraded to
Right. Right.
textbooks in school, right? You started reading textbooks in Hindi. So that's exactly the same case with English language as well. I don't understand why people make it so complicated. Like, it's just a language. I've seen people stressing out so much about this language. And yeah, so that's why I want to say, like, learn it in a way in which you're passionate about reading. Like I said, I'm really into reading, so I read fictional novels. Actually, I didn't start it because I wanted to improve in English language. It was just my hobby. So during my teenage years, like I said,
Comes
I
to
was
you
into fictional
naturally.
novels. Yeah. So that's what happened. I'm truly grateful for my hobby in my teenage years, I would say.
Okay, one more thing I would like to ask you. I know that you have studied from English medium school. So is there this culture of speaking in English in the school
No.
or
Well,
not?
the thing is, the teachers tell you, like, you have to talk to each other in English and everything. But honestly, like, kids are kids. They don't understand the importance, like, why they are telling you to speak in English. They're like, yeah, chalta hai. And this just, interact with each other in Hindi. That was the case with me as well. And in fact, if a student would start talking in English, others would make fun of him. Like, are you trying to be extra smart? Like, are you trying to be cool? So that's what happened, and that's why we would give papers in English, but nobody would be interacting with each other in English language.
Okay, so when you were in the school, did you speak English that time or not?
Honestly, I didn't know whether I speak English or not, because, like I told you, like, there was this culture of not speaking English in the class, because people would, like, students would start making fun of you. So that's why. And obviously at home, my parents and my sibling, they wouldn't be talking in English language, so we would just be talking mother tongue. So I didn't even know my potential. And then after that, like, after I started reading novels, I would be just sitting in my room and I would just talk to myself, basically giving the review of the novel in English language to myself. So that's what I did, and that's how I started improving. Actually, I just did everything on my own. But personally, I feel like if you have to practice English, practice it with someone else. Like, it's way better than just practicing alone.
That's true because I have noticed when you're practicing alone, you cannot find it interesting for a longer duration. You may end up talking 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but when you are engaged in a conversation, it can be so long, maybe 1 hour, and you don't even realize that you have been talking for quite like 1 hour. So that is absolutely true because kind of engagement is necessary. When two people are talking, it's automatically happen. But obviously, if you're trying alone, it's not possible. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, your English is really good. Even I would like to, I wish to speak like you. Like you are speaking very nicely, naturally, and effortlessly, and your pronunciation is so nice, very super.
Actually, I personally think we are on the same level when it comes to English
I don't
language.
think so.
You're
I
pretty good
don't
as
think
well.
so.
No, I think people underestimate themselves so much. Like you're doing right now, you feel like you're not really good. You are amazing at English language. And like you said, you want to lose weight. Well, you're really pretty. Like just off the topic, but you're really pretty. And I completely understand why it happens because it happens from person to person. They tend to underestimate themselves so much. Even when the person in front of them is telling them, like, genuinely, praising them, like, you are really good at this thing, they just want to say like, no, I'm not actually good, and you're just saying that. But I genuinely mean what I'm saying actually. So
No,
yeah, you
I
are
can
really good.
agree. No, I can agree about your compliment. You have said that, okay, I look young, I can admit to that. Yeah, I'm happy. But about English, I know my weakness and my strengths because I have been learning English only for 2 years. So you cannot master it in just 2 years. 2 years just a normal long, like normal period. It comes naturally by the I maybe like 4 year, 5 years, and when you start indulging or immersing yourself in English, then only it comes to you very naturally. Like you are speaking naturally. That natural touch is not there. I'm taking efforts to speak English. I'm not that I'm spending time to think. And I don't want to think while I speak. This is what my next agenda, what I have to achieve. So I speak naturally
Right.
without thinking. But sometimes I got stuck. I don't find words. I don't find vocabulary. And sometimes I need to rephrase my whole sentence because I'm not finding the correct word. That is the problem I'm facing. So it's not that I'm not speaking good. I am good at certain level. I am. I can express my thoughts nicely. But still, you need that natural touch. That
Hmm.
for that I'm looking for. Like it might take some time. I started reading for that. Maybe it will help me.
Yeah,
Not sure.
definitely. The reading part will definitely help you, and also like just having conversation with people again and again and again. That's like these are only the two things that you have to do for that. These are the perfect things, I would say.
Feel is that talking to somebody, but the person, if he is also on the same level as you are, I don't think that you will improve a lot. You need to connect with someone who is one level ahead. Like I'm talking to you, you are so fluent, I'm definitely going to learn something. But at the same time, if I'm connecting with the people who's all also on like intermediate level or maybe the beginner level, so I might not improve. It is good for the beginners. If you are a beginner, you want to gain that confidence, you want to build confidence to speak English, then it is a good start for the beginners. Because when you see someone sitting in front of you, he is also like you feel familiar, you feel confident, and you will be able to open your mouth. uh, on the contrary, if somebody sitting in front of you is really advanced and you are a beginner, you may not able to speak in that way. You
Hmm.
automatically feel afraid while speaking. But at certain level, like when you are on intermediate level, you should always connect with the people who are one level ahead from you. Then only you are supposed to learn something new, right?
Yeah, you could say
Speaking
that,
is
but I think the thing is also that, like, even if you're connecting with someone that is one level below you, you're speaking, right? You are conveying your thoughts in English. And I think that's what really matters. Because this same point, like somebody else put out, like, I think a few days ago, he told me, like, this is the situation, right? We should always be connecting with someone more advanced. And I told him, like, even if you're connecting with a beginner, sure, you're not obviously going to learn that much compared to, connecting with an
that.
advanced speaker, but still you're speaking in English, and that's what matters. Because honestly, I started by like just speaking with myself, so I know like how I improve. It's just by talking and talking and talking, no matter who I'm talking to.
Even I have learned my English just by talking to beginner, because when I was a beginner, I used to connect with the beginners and learners. And till now, even I'm talking to learners. Recently, I've started taking sessions seriously from tutors where I feel that I'm learning something new. Because when I'm taking sessions with tutors, 100% they teach you few vocabulary in that one session, few idioms also. And
Hmm.
when they are speaking, you can observe the speaking style or the way like how they form their structure. So you automatically learn. But before this, even I have learned or gained confidence just by talking to other co-learners, and this is what I'm still doing.
Yeah, I think this one you should definitely continue, like talking to anyone, say beginners or intermediates or advanced speakers. Definitely having a conversation with actually various kinds of people helps you more than just interacting with the advanced speakers.
Mhm.
That's what I
That's
personally
true.
believe.
That's true. Yeah, I do believe also in this. Okay, I think it's a long session. Otherwise, I think now we should wrap up. But amazing session with you, and thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I genuinely had so much fun because I usually don't feel that connected with somebody when I'm talking. Because today it felt like, where did time go? We just started 2 minutes ago.
It's only it's a more than half an hour, I feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for having me, ma'am.
Yeah. We'll see you in the evening, four
Sure.
o'clock.
Yes.
Okay. Bye bye.